Do you have oily skin? Well, you've come to the right place. My name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm walking you through my ultimate skincare routine for oily skin. Oily skin is a very common concern. I get it all the time from my patients as well as followers alike on social media. And that it can be challenging dealing with not only the excessive shine and oil production, but also clogged pores and a propensity to develop acne. So today, I'm going to share some tips on how to best care for oily skin along with product recommendations. So if that sounds good to you, I would love it if you can give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's talk about what it means to have oily skin. First of all, oily skin is considered a skin type, and it basically is characterized by overproduction of sebum or oil. There's no true objective measurement of that. Most of it is subjective. However, individuals that do feel they have oily skin, number one, reports that their skin overall tends to look shiny, less likely to get dry, and also feels greasy. And after that feeling comes back immediately after washing the face, like within 30 minutes to an hour, they'll feel like they really never washed their face at all. Now, oily skin tends to get greasy around the T-zone area especially, so the forehead, down the nose, and the chin. And this is because we tend to have more collection of oil glands concentrated in these areas, and that's why it looks shiny and often feels greasy in these areas. Oily skin also is more likely to be associated with, number one, pore congestion, dilated pores, blackheads, and whiteheads, as well as acne due to the excessive sebum. Now, we tend to associate acne with oily skin. That's just because sebum production is a part of acne pathogenesis. But that's not to say, like, for sure you will get acne if you have oily skin. And also, the reality is all skin types can get acne. Now, what we do see is that because of the overproduction of sebum, there's definitely enlarged pores, dilated pores, and clogged pores that are often, again, associated with acne. As far as why one may get more production of sebum, it has to do really predominantly with genetics. The amount of sebum one produces in their skin is, number one, determined by the number of oil glands and how active your oil glands are. Two, hormonal changes and hormones in general will play a role. I mean, this is why we kind of see acne starting in puberty, is because through puberty, there are hormonal changes that causes our body to go through changes. And one part of that is skin. And also that hormonal change is also what causes women to break out every month. That hormonal acne adult woman gets, because hormones will stimulate your oil glands to produce more sebum. And again, sebum production, excessive sebum production, is in part a part of acne pathogenesis. But again, acne, there's so many different parts to it. Not a guarantee that if you have oily skin, you're definitely going to get acne. And lastly, external or environmental factors can also play a role. For example, diet, stress, things happening with the environment that can all kind of potentially indirectly affect your skin and your body, and thereby potentially affect the amount of sebum your skin produces. Now, when it comes to managing oily skin, I think a routine is very important, and this is where picking products that really work well for you is key. And one message I want you guys to take home is, when it comes to oily skin, you actually want to be less aggressive. I think there's this tendency of wanting to scrub and strip your skin clean of all oil and shine and grease, using really harsh products containing alcohol and things like that actually indirectly can increase more sebum production, because you are damaging your skin barrier. And when your skin barrier is damaged, that inflammation can actually trigger more sebum. So really, the reality when it comes to taking care of oily skin is a simple routine, but you actually want to be more gentle on your skin. So opposite what we tend to think of. And so I'm going to walk you through what my recommendations are, really picking products that are designed to temporarily mattify your skin, help to remove that surface shine while offering some mattifying properties throughout the day, so that way your skin is going to look healthy but not feel greasy and look shiny. All right, starting off with cleansing. If you have oily skin, I do feel cleansing twice a day is pretty important. As we sleep overnight, our skin naturally produces more oil, and if you have oily skin, you probably have more sebum on the top of your skin. So cleansing in the morning, number one, helps to reduce any oil on the surface that may contribute to pore congestions, blackheads, whiteheads, and acne. 2, it's going to help the rest of your skincare products better penetrate. And 3, you're going to feel better about your skin. It's not going to feel greasy and look shiny. shiny. Here, picking a cleanser that is going to effectively cleanse while not harming your skin barrier is key. Also looking for cleansers that have effective ingredients in helping to remove that surface shine. Maybe even helping with pore congestion is helpful. And an added bonus, if there are ingredients that can help to temporarily mattify or reduce shine and sebum, that's even better. So one product that I've consistently recommended to my oily skin patients as well as followers on social media is from Cetaphil, their Derma Control line. I do really love this line for individuals that have oily skin, and the cleanser is the Oil Control Foam Wash. Number one, if you have oily skin, I do find that a foaming cleanser is nice in the sense you feel like you're getting that clean, but with this cleanser, you're not overstripping your skin barrier. You know, there's some cleansers out there where if you have oily skin, after using it, you feel like my face is still oily or there's residue. You definitely don't get that feel with this cleanser. But at the same time, it also contains glycerin that's going to help hydrate your skin along with zinc gluconate, which is a great ingredient. It's anti-inflammatory and also helps to offer some temporary sebum control. Now, if you have a lot of pore congestion, or say if you're prone to acne, a salicylic acid based cleanser may be helpful. And ones that I really like is from the Roche-Posay Effaclar line, as well as CeraVe has an acne control gel cleanser, and Neutrogena, their oil-free cleanser in that orange bottle, the iconic one. Those are all great and fairly affordable options. Now, after cleansing, many oily skin friends may feel like they need a toner. So let's talk about toners in an oily skincare routine. First of all, do you need it? Absolutely not. Toners are not essential. However, toners can be helpful for a couple reasons. Number one, if say you used a cleanser that basically left your skin still looking pretty shiny and feeling greasy, then a toner can definitely help to remove any of that residue left over on your skin, at the same time helping to balance your skin's pH. And two, some toners do have some benefits in the sense helps to unclog pores, or at the very least offer some temporary shine control. So for example, ingredients like witch hazel, salicylic acid, and niacinamide can offer those benefits. So if you're going to use a toner, going with gentle ones is my recommendation. Like for example, Paula's Choice, their skin balancing, pore reducing toner for combination oily skin. This is a lightweight one that number one helps to remove any sort of leftover residue, helps to balance your skin pH, also helps to temporarily reduce shine. It contains great ingredients at doing that. Number one, niacinamide, which is actually one of the better studied ingredients to help with temporary sebum control. Also contains ceramides and hyaluronic acid that's going to support your skin's moisture barrier, along with chamomile and burdock extract that's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, have those benefits. CosRx, their AHA and BHA toner, is also pretty gentle and great to use for oily and combination skin. And then lastly, one that I really have been liking myself lately because I've been getting a lot of hormonal acne and excessive sebum in my T-zone is from By Wish Trend. It's a 5% mandelic acid toner. Mandelic acid has basically is like an in-between a salicylic acid and a glycolic acid, in the sense it has oil-loving properties, so great for those who are oily, acne prone, but at the same time is more gentle. It is I think the biggest AHA, so it's not going to be as irritating as glycolic acid. So this toner I feel like is suitable for daily use and really ideal if you're oily, acne prone, and struggling with post-acne marks. After toning, we got to moisturize. I feel like this is one of the biggest misconceptions or misunderstood points when it comes to taking care of oily skin. Oily skin definitely needs a moisturizer because your skin is going to be dehydrated. It's going to lose water, and that dehydration can trigger basically your skin moisture barrier is kind of damaged and trigger inflammation that thereby could produce more sebum. So the goal or the key here is to pick moisturizers that are going to support your skin moisture barrier, but at the same time not feel heavy, not feel sticky, add shine, or make your skin feel greasy. So in general, I recommend oily skin friends to look for either oil-free lotions or gel creams are going to basically do that. It's going to be fast absorbing, lightweight, and often those will have some mattifying properties, so that way your skin is going to look less shiny throughout the day. One moisturizer I absolutely love for oily skin friends is from Naturium, their niacinamide 5% gel cream, because first of all, it is a gel cream that absorbs very quickly, but at the same time keeps your skin hydrated. It contains coconut fruit juice along with marine derived polysaccharides that basically are great humectants. It doesn't make your skin feel heavy or look shiny, but it also contains 5% niacinamide, which is a great concentration of niacinamide that's number one, going to support your skin barrier. It's anti-inflammatory, but also at a great effective concentration that offers some temporary sebum production control, so helping to reduce shine at the same time. Other moisturizer that I really like if you have oily skin includes the one from La Roche-Posay, the Effaclar Matte. That one offers a mattifying control finish that is great. It is like a light lotion texture. Similarly, La Roche-Posay, their Tolerian Double Facial Repair Matte is a gel cream that again absorbs really quickly. It's lightweight and also contains some mattifying properties, so you're going to get a nice basically shine control property throughout the day. And next, we never want to forget sunscreen. I feel like with oily skin, this is also very important. Number one, UV radiation can actually cause sebum oxidation, and that sebum oxidation triggers inflammation and is actually a part of acne pathogenesis. If you don't get acne, that sebum oxidation can definitely cause inflammation, damage your skin barrier, and potentially contribute to premature aging. Now, as far as sunscreen goes, I feel like, again, very similar to the moisturizer, picking ones that are lightweight, maybe with some mattifying properties is really helpful. At the end of the day, you kind of got to play around with it to see which one best fits you. But if you are looking for some product recommendations, one I really like is from Supergroup, their Matte Screen SPF 40. This is a pure mineral filter. It is tinted, but it's blendable, has a nice mattifying and smooth finish. Great to wear alone or under makeup. It's non-comedogenic and really formulated for individuals with oily and sensitive skin. And it's one of those sunscreens I really recommend, especially if you're oily skin and find that sometimes certain chemical sunscreens tend to break you out. This one would be a great one to try. Now, if you're looking for like a sunscreen and a moisturizer in one to use in the morning that is drugstore, I highly recommend checking out, again, the Cetaphil Derma Control line. So we talked about the wash, but there is actually a sunscreen and moisturizer in one. Basically, it's the oil absorbing moisturizer with SPF 30. And this is great because it's lightweight, fast absorbing, but again contains ingredients including zinc and mattifying particles that basically helps to control sebum while at the same time creating this smooth mattifying finish, so that way your skin doesn't look immediately shiny afterwards. So great to use to keep your skin mattified throughout the day. And step 6, last but not least, is consider incorporating a topical retinoid. Now here, the choice of retinoid is important based on your concerns. So if you are oily but at the same time have a lot of pore congestion, blackheads, whiteheads, and acne, using adapalene over the counter or prescription retinoids is going to be the most helpful, especially if you're struggling with acne. That is going to be the most effective at unclogging your pores, reducing inflammation, and addressing all the concerns I just mentioned. However, if you don't have acne, but mostly struggle with, say, a little bit of pore congestion or trying to get on top of the anti-aging concern, then using an over-the-counter retinol can be very helpful. And retinol certainly over time may help to smooth out your pores, improve the texture of your skin, as well as the look of your skin. They're just not going to be very effective at targeting acne and true pore congestion, in the sense a lot of blackheads and whiteheads. But if you're looking for over-the-counter retinol, few that I think are really suitable for oily skin, mostly based on their formula and their texture, is number 1 from Versed, their Press Restart Gentle Retinol Serum. This is great because I love the fact that it is fast absorbing. It leaves like minimal feel on your skin, like you don't feel like you put anything on your skin, so it doesn't leave your skin feeling heavy, greasy or adds to that shine and that unpleasant sensation. It also contains encapsulated retinol that's very gentle. So even if you're oily skin, you may be a little bit more protected from getting irritation, but nevertheless, you can still get irritated. So this would be a great one if you are like oily skin, new to retinol, and wanting to try something. This can definitely give you some good benefits over time. Other ones that include that I really like that are helpful in the sense it's like helps to improve the concerns of skin texture and skin tone, but also lightweight and fast absorbing, includes CeraVe, their resurfacing retinol serum that also contains licorice root. And this one is also great if you don't struggle with acne anymore, but is mostly concerned with like pore congestion, post-acne marks. This can be very helpful. And then lastly, L'Oreal Revitalift, their retinol serum. This one I love because it is fast absorbing, also contains a higher concentration. I believe it's 0.3%. So if you're not like a beginner and want to go up on your retinol and if you have oily skin, I think this formula is really nice because it doesn't add a lot of heaviness or greasiness to the skin. All right, a few other things to remember is when you're shopping for skincare, look for products that are essentially said, formulated for oily skin, because in general, they tend to have ingredients that can be helpful in temporarily, reducing sebum, offer some mattifying properties, but also tends to be less pore clogging. 2, consider using like blotting tissue paper throughout the day to help remove shine, or using a sunscreen powder. This will, number one, not only be effective in helping you with sunscreen reapplication, but that powder offers some mattifying properties. And there are lots of ones over the counter. One I really like is from Color Science because it comes in like, they're all mineral filters, but it comes in like a non-tinted as well as range of different shades if you want something tinted. Isden also has one, it's one shade, but it's very lovely. And nowadays there's so many different sunscreen powders. It's really easy to apply, it's hands-free. So it basically helps to not only offer additional sun protection, but at the same time help to remove some of that surface shine. And then lastly, remember to thoroughly cleanse your skin at night. We really want to make sure remove all that sunscreen, makeup, and sebum before you sleep, so that way it doesn't sit on your skin and contribute to clogged pores, blackheads, whiteheads, and acne. Alright guys, so those are some of my tips and product recommendations for oily skin. I hope you found it helpful. Also, do you use any of these products I mentioned? If not, and if you have oily skin and there's one product that you are just absolutely obsessed with, please let me know in the comments below because I definitely want to make sure that I recommend those going forward to my oily skin friends. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.